In the studio as well is Olade Indiario. He's a public affairs commentator, and he'll help us make sense of all of these as well. Good morning.
You didn't add elder.
No, elder. Oh, yes. How can I forget that?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Nice to be here.
Very good. Good to see you.
My name is Ancestor.
Aha, very good. Very good. So, elder, ancestor,
Yeah,
all of them put together.
Our forefather.
All right. Now, when you talk about the issue of abuse of older people, because originally our societies are communal in nature, where everybody, the family setting, everybody takes care of everybody. You know, you have the father, the mother, then you have an uncle, you have an auntie, you know, and then the whole family, the network exactly is closely knit. So not a lot of people understand when you talk about abuse of older people. How do these things happen?
Thank you very much. It comes in several forms.
Okay.
I grew up in a very large family, so I can relate very closely with what you are saying. A network where my father, God bless him wherever he is, with 13 wives.
13 wives?
Now, we are going somewhere.
Whoa.
Now, all my aunties who were married had mates. All my uncles who were married also had the married wives. All my father's friends also married wives. So I grew up in that environment, and we had old people around us. Okay? And we fetch water for them to start with in the morning. If they needed anything, we were handy to run errands for them.
Serve them.
You know, and willingly and joyfully too. But you find a situation where to send your child on errand now, in some cases, there must be an inducement, like a kind of bribe. I was with a friend yesterday. He was almost begging the son to help him iron the trouser he was going to wear going out. My father will instruct you to iron. He won't even instruct you. You
know what to do.
It was responsible.
Yeah.
Gradually, the erosion of our value system impacted negatively on everything. When I first came to Lagos, when people want to enter buses, they give space to older people. They yield seats to older people. When I got to Japan, I didn't know that culture. In every bus or train, they had two colors of seats. There was the wine and then the gray. The gray is reserved for old people, and they will not sit there. I didn't know.
It's already cultural to them.
I didn't know. But I was like, you guys are standing and look at empty seats. And I sat there. Nobody corrected me.
But I know that look. I know that look.
I was new. And then there was a day, only one person was sitting on that seat, meant for about 4. I joined that person. He got up and left the place for me.
In protest?
Yes, in protest. Until I was made to know, look, these grey color seats in the whole of Japan are reserved for elderly people. To let you understand the emphasis they place on the elderly.
Wow.
But here, we rarely have that. In those days, in this Lagos, you will see young men helping older people to cross the road. Do we see that now? Not anymore.
But what really changed?
And then when you know, again, when mothers come to help take care of their grandchildren, they too, they are catered for. But we have seen cases where the daughter will be going to work, the son will be going to work. Mama, please take up baby, and then there is food in the kitchen. No? The same woman that nursed you to maturity is nursing your child, and will have to even cook what she will eat. You see, you might think it's a small thing, but it's positive. So I think we need to raise the consciousness of the need to take care of our old people.
Yeah, but where do we place the society that is changing, that we are talking about? The society is evolving, where the way things were 20, in fact, not just 20, because 20 is still close by here. The way things were 30, 40, 50, and 60 years ago, things cannot be the same now.
How
do we balance that?
According to the philosopher, the only permanent thing in life is change.
It's change, exactly.
Right. But you see, I hate to use that word, civilized and organized society, there are structures, there are rules and there are regulations. People obey them. Unlike in our own end here, where we mostly obey cultural rules, traditional rules and regulations in breach. And that is the problem. When I got that consciousness that in Yoruba language, embedded there is the language of respect. Okay? No other language has that in the world. Only Yoruba language.
How is that?
There's a way you speak to the elderly. That was why I established the center.
It's the same thing in all the languages.
The Center for Yoruba Language Revival. And I established that. And we're doing a lot to push the frontier of the language, the culture, and tradition, whereby we can restore as much as possible some sanity. Because what you are bringing to the table anywhere is your culture, your tradition, and
your values.
Yeah, and that is your essence. So I think the Ministry of Culture at the state and federal level, they need to raise a body now to come up with specifics of the way to go, okay, and be guided. Lagos State, for instance, has rules guiding how you treat children. Okay, Lagos State frowns seriously at child abuse. So we should do the same thing with our older people. The only ambition I have unfulfilled now is to set up an old people's home, which of course will be my own home in my old age.
Well,
because I realize there's a need.
I hope you will still.
You and I will be there at the same time.
But I'm still a young boy.
You will join me.
All right, thank you so much for coming on the program.
My pleasure.
Olade Indiario. It was just for us to be able to raise that awareness and all of that. But as time goes on, we'll be talking about this so that
the
people
way
can
we talked about this morning. Yeah. I'm sure those who listen to us
will remember. A lot of people will remember how things used to be.
Them, like some may go and apologize to their parents and say, I've not been doing enough. From today,
I want to be more intentional about things.
And deliberate too.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on
My
the program, Olade Indiario. I certainly will see you again later on the show.